Well, well, well. Good old Twitch having a bit of an issue with me, huh? Welcome back to part 2 of today's Space Engineers. Twitch just cried a little bit and decided to drop out, and I think I know why. Yeah, Twitch being twitchy. Yeah. Well, yeah. What can you say? So I've completed the NPC part. That pulls me back into designing a wing. Now the wing design would have to go... yeah. With some plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to design a single wing. I'm not going to do both at the same time. The idea will be to duplicate the wing, obviously. How far out does this need to go? Let's pop it out 2 on this direction. So you can see how I work now. I give myself time to think usually on these kind of things. Yeah, we do need an extra one here. Okay. Does it need even more? I think so, yeah. We'll go with 2. We might need an extra one down the right hand side as well. But for now, I'm just going to go with a 3 structure on here. Don't know how much room this is going to give me. Not enough, I don't think. I'm going to have to go with 4. Yeah, we are going to have to go with 4. Maybe more. This is awkward. Take it out the whole 5. Alright. Take it out the whole 5 then. What I'm looking at is, where do you put the walls? That's what I'm actually thinking about. Alright, do these ones. Just give ourselves something solid here. Something solid to work with, should I say. Probably get taken out. I'm not sure about that width though. So conveyor connections are important. I think that's obvious. I've done it again. Never mind. So how much of this is support scaffolding? How much of this is going to be in the final design? Not too sure. Fuel tank. O2 generators. I think the fuel tank goes at the end here. How big are fuel tanks? Good question. Do we have any available to us to have a look? particular. Tank. I'll go with the round one. Just go with the straightforward one. That's pretty big. 3x3. Same as the cargo container. Alright. Alright, yeah, got it. It's one of the reasons we need the scaffolding. Now, the fuel tank won't do anything. That's 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm going to try burying this in the floor. Whether this works or not, well, I'm not sure. Just get rid of some of this plate stuff. Give ourselves some solid joins going on. Not really necessary, but it's just for reference. There we go. So at this stage, I'm just working out where to put modules. So 4, that would slot onto you. If we go with the home key, we can place it that way around. Yeah. So we have a hydrogen tank there. I can put conveyors through. We could also put an O2 generator in that slot, can't we? Will we need 2 O2 generators? That's the big question. There's no harm in it. What I don't want to do is fill this up with unnecessary things, as it were. Yeah, we can, and it's got an upwards that we could use. And a downwards. Where would the weapon systems go? Damn it. It actually matters which way around I put it. So what we could do is connect it on that side, or we can connect it on that side. Either does the job of getting the connections through for hydrogen and hydrogen engines. I'm thinking probably this side. I'm just going to go with that for now. I'm not going to think too much about it. We can always move it if we want to later. That puts the rest on conveyors at this current time. Can we put anything else in here? We've got 6 slots. We can use small hydrogen tanks to fill that in. We could also use thrusters. That would give us downward thrusters. Slightly buried, but not too buried. Our weapon's going to go on the top or the bottom. It's either. It doesn't matter. It can be both. Alright. We'd only need 2 thrusters. Interesting. Just had an idea. I'm going to play with the ideas for a minute. So we'll be looking at 7. These things. They only have a join on one side. They don't join at the sides. So that would have to go on top of one of these. Alright, we'll leave thrusters till last. That's not going to work out in my mind. That's something I'm going to need to think about, obviously. I seem to have plenty of plate again. That's good news. Let's pop some of these in. And Windows has switched my sound off again. Why? Interesting. I know that it's doing it now, so that's fine. I'm not going to complete the... should do, shouldn't I? There's no easy access on that. Right. What we're going to do then is place, just for convenience, we're going to put a cargo container in here for building. Hello again. Hiya, Ghost. I'm doing well, Ghost, thank you. Twitch seems to be having jitters today on trying to do things. Just going to pop this in here for convenience. It's going to become important later. I want to build things as we go, if I can. And we need access to the large cargo container for that. It's just an access point, it can get taken out later. if need be. Right, let's have a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do you last. If we want to rip anything out, we can just throw it into this cargo container and use it as spares. I'm not hooking up the base at this point in time. This seems to be coming together semi-alright. So that's not a bad thing. So some basic ideas, just throwing ideas down, seeing how this shapes the ship. Or whether it does shape the ship. You never know, do you? So yeah, we've got a brand new starship, or spaceship, which is going to have a lovely thing called a jump drive fitted to it. We will make a jump drive compartment, obviously. It goes behind, or somewhere behind the slot, possibly on top. Could do. I like not knowing until I do something. Lovely. But at this stage we're using up a lot of resources just messing around, basically.
Energy low.
Energy low? Wow. Who would have thought that? So, yep, start of a new spaceship today. Been looking at NPCs. Things are definitely on the up. We're rich now, we've got millions of credits. Nothing I really want to buy at this stage. But you never know in the future. Do we hug this up? Save us a bit of a walk, wouldn't it? Can do. Yeah, I think we are going to hook this up. This walk's a bit more than we need. So that's the idea. That'll connect us through to this slot here. From this slot we can start managing the engines. And it all depends now on how far back do we want this wing to go. Alright, we hook into the large cargo container. How do we do that? Okay. I'll take you out. You're not very useful. Alright. And we'll build you into that. What I'm doing is I'm just setting up now for a better build experience than what we're having. means we can now take you out. But I've got to look at the markers. Yeah, it'll be fine. We take it off the top, it would line up with that. It also obstructs our walking around. Okay. We just pipe it. Hey there. Just another day at the job. 9 AM and you need a drink. I don't blame you. If that ship is for combat, you do not want those armor blocks that close to your hydro tank. When they deform, that's been modified, Ghost. There was an update that came out just after Christmas. That was to prevent that from happening. Don't know if you spotted the updates there. I haven't really tested it out fully, but at the same time, I think they usually get it right. The problem was identified, and the programmers tried to put a solution in place for that. But I am aware. It's good to know somebody's looking after me, because I'm useless at it. But what you're saying is quite true. Deforming armour can penetrate a tank and make it explode. That's what Ghost is on about. Completely true. There was an update that came out to the game to reduce that from happening, or to try and prevent some of that from happening. How effective that has been, well, that's anybody's guess, isn't it? We'll see, I get. You need to jump over those? Okay. It's just one of the awkward side effects of deforming a block. Not sure if it'll affect us or not. Could do. Could very well do. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Something to bear in mind when you're designing your ships. You're quite right to say it. It happened to you once. We'll never trust it again. Not sure. I mean, it's worth testing. That's for certain. When things happen to you and then, like, an update comes through that changes some of the factors in that, I think it's worth testing. Set up a small little ship with a hydrogen tank on it, or a drone or something, and throw it in there to be exploded. Yeah, see what happens. Could be fun. Sounds like fun. So all I'm doing is preparing for, like, building this thing. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. But having an access point for components actually on the platform might be a good idea at this stage. All components successfully withdrawn, okay. Alrighty. Build planner's empty. I wonder if we could test it. I mean, we are going to be making some drones. There's no two ways about that. We are going to cover drones in this part of the playthrough in Season 2. Could be an interesting side effect of what you just said. Plus it makes your ships look better. Oh, right. Yeah. Yep, spacing stuff can affect the way things happen. Oh, these are all yellow. Okay. There we go, all green. Right, that now means that we can access through this cargo container. I think that helps. Not a lot, but a little. Not too bothered about colours at this point in time. Alrighty. Looking at the spacing on that, I'm thinking about what you just said. Yeah. All right. So this wing needs to be wider and longer. All right. Looking at the general shape here. Just extending it to see if I can get some kind of feel for a good shape. That's coming off that part, the wall. I think the size is better. I mean, this front end will have to be done properly. This back end will... we'll see. Alright, this does need a channel, I think, going through it. Oh god, I've got me jet back on. Do we want to go forwards? Huh. Well, if we do, then I'll have to do it now. So we're going to put conveyors in here, just to cover a possibility of, well, putting turrets on the front, or whatever this turns out to be. It might be useful, not always. But you never know, dear. So we'll pop some in anyway. One of the things that you can do is overbuild in this game. Problem with that is usually that you lose components in teardowns, as it were. So this is a bit wasteful. What I'm doing is what I'm trying to say. I'm basically overbuilding. Just trying to get different ideas with this. The roof goes over the top. Currently the front here is blocked. Okay. That can be the walkway. How do you get to the internals in there? How can we create access? We can take access from the outside, but it doesn't have to be inside, does it? We're in space. Well, we will be in space. So a single access to a ship with internal walkways isn't honestly necessary. That's enough work for the after time to watch you instead. Oh, thank you, Shadman. Yeah, I'm debating accesses for all of this. Not sure about it at this stage. So many different considerations, isn't there, really? Right, we could put a turret on the front of that, yeah. I know I want an engine at the back. That's a definite. Alright, so that needs a conveyor system of some kind. But where? It could work just naturally. Let's go with what we're doing. I like natural builds, ones that just work by themselves, where the design phase is just setting up the platform. Hmm. Really? I still like the length of this, so I'm going to keep the length going. I'm just not sure what's going to be in the floor there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So, how will this all work? Well, hopefully straightforwardly. I've got a load of garbage on me.
Energy low.
Energy low. Huh? You like making an airtight ship? Don't have to worry about oxygen. There's an easy way of doing that. There's a cheaty way of doing it. I'll show you. But yeah, I'm going to be cheating on that one. A little bit. Just a little. These conveyors take a bit to make up. But yeah, the shape of this is now about right. I'm really uncertain about a lot of things on it though. Got a feeling things are going to move around. We could place that tank into that section there. And the section would have to be 5 across. Okay. Might not be a good idea then. Keep going. Move stuff around once I'm happier with where we're placing things. Build planners empty. 2, 3, 4. I only did half of them. Okay. Yeah, it's a strange thing when building ships especially. What makes for a good design is up to yourself, really. What makes a bad design is the one. Probably. I think bad designs come from trying to force things, or having preconceived ideas. I try not to go down that path. If I can help it. The hardest part in Space Engineers is keeping an open mind. It really is. Because you'll experience things and that'll then cause you to make decisions that aren't really justified at times. Have we got enough room to build a ship with that? I've got an O2 generator in there, haven't I? Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, our hydrogen tank's filling. Oopsie daisy, forgot about that. Yeah, to get past airtight ships, all you do is when we take this tube out of here, you just stick a cockpit in. I don't feel as though there's any reason not to. Cockpits do the job so much better than rigorously trying to make something airtight. Especially on a spaceship. If it's a space station, totally different kettle of fish. Then I would definitely go for airtight. Bases in space, airtight. Yeah, we have to get to that, don't we? So I'm going to modify the way I design this ship in one major aspect. I'm not going to put a refinery on it, and I'm definitely not going to be placing just thought of something. Don't want to place an assembler on it. That means we have to go with survival kit, doesn't it? Okay. Fair enough. We can fit that where that container is. Or when we remove that tubing. So that's going to be one of the last components. What do we actually need then? Cargo? Yeah. Tanks, so too. Yeah. Engines. Not really much more, is there? That's a bit weird. There's not really a lot to making a spaceship when you think about it as a list of components. Batteries and thingy-majiggies, yeah. Gyros. Where do we put the centre of mass and where do we put the target areas? Yeah, I think that gives away the clue there, doesn't it? Okay, gyros go in first. Four batteries. Initially. No, we need 6 batteries. We'll see. Okay, so what I'm thinking is gyros going down off this side here. This trailing edge. can't leave them open though. So they have to come off this part. We need to be able to cover things like gyros and batteries and this container with a bit of armour. Not a lot, just a bit. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. It'd fit. Two gyros, 3 batteries. Ah. So what we'll be looking at is something like 1, 2, 3 batteries. And a couple of gyros. Something along those lines as the main construct of the arm going out. Now, why do I put the batteries towards the outside? Because they're targetable by NPCs. So that's the only reason for those going outwards, but that's right next to a hydrogen tank. We're going to have to armour that up. Now the bonus to that is we can put full light armour and then heavy plate coverings, and we wouldn't need a lot of it. The other advantage is those batteries can be placed in the floor if we block the conveyors. How many engines do I want pointing backwards? About 4, so I want 2. I can still get 2 out of here, but I'll prefer them down there. I'm thinking 2 backwards facing engines from there, 2 front end facing engines from here. Yeah. The design of this wing is serious stuff, isn't it? You like to walk around big ships, but that's what I like. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm just thinking that it would increase the size on what we're doing by a good 25 to 30%. Alright, I'm going to go with these. Alright. This is going to produce a few interesting results. I did the batteries first. Why did I just weld that? Because I'm an idiot. So, yeah. It's getting foggy again. Got to keep an eye on this weather. Ah, that's lightning. Thunderstorms will keep rolling in. It's going to be rather big, this wing. See, one of the things I'm thinking about at the moment, even though I'm going to be doing a large build, is I don't want it to be massive for the takeoff sequence from this shipyard. Once we get into space, it's all bets are off. We can make it as big as we want. It doesn't have to come back here. I mean, there's that to think about as well. So as before, where we just made a platform and went up into space, I always follow that kind of stage by stage build. Due to the restrictions of hydrogen and gravity. And the fact it's going to have to be armed before we go up there. That is definitely lightning. How's my coffee doing? Dead. Right. I think I will be putting the kettle on then. This is the second one of the stream. Do these get more frequent or something? Little inconvenient. Right, peeps, stretch your legs. I think you've all earned yourselves a drink. We do have our solar system ship, I'm going to call it. Basic build stage 1. There's going to be 3 stages, obviously. But stage 1, build's going to be slightly different from previously. This ship's going to be a lot more advanced at the end of the day than our little destroyer here. Well, our large grid destroyer here. So I'm going to put the kettle on and we'll see how it goes. Walking around the ship. Oh, I think that's possible, Shadman. I think it's possible. Yeah, we'll make stage 1 a minimal platform then. We'll get it into space and then we'll extend it into stage 2. A ship that you can walk around, huh? It's going to be huge. Huh. What an interesting idea. I like it. I like it a lot. 41% hydrogen. Not doing too great on that. I'm not used to these hydrogen usages, flying around doing things. I don't really like using the jetpack that much. It is a thing of convenience though, isn't it? You can send a blueprint. Have a laugh at how big I made it. I understand how big they go, don't worry Shadman, I really do understand. It probably wouldn't fit off on this shipyard at all. Got a feeling they get absolutely massive. I think in my first playthrough, the ship just kept growing, and at one point I just had to say, "Oh no more." So I did that second one, but I think this one's going to grow very large. Your shipyard might fit inside the main hangar. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, exactly. The scale and proportions of things that you can do in this game are huge. Absolutely huge. You didn't mean for it to be that big. Well, that's okay. It's alright. It's not a problem. Let's make the coffee. This rain seems to be doing okay. And the lightning seems to be doing okay. So let's make this coffee and sort out our resources and see if we can just complete those bits and pieces. It just kept growing. Oh god. I think with you saying that, I will place the engines with the idea of future expansion of the hull. Yeah. And that's given me an idea. Rain's going down. Thunderstorm's still here. It might hit me. Okay. Yeah, ships that keep growing. It's one of those weird things about space engineers, I guess. That everything you do can turn into something quite different. Got something in the connector there. What do I want to do with this slot? I think we'll leave it where it is. Oh, the ice is going down, of course, yeah. We just talked about a hydrogen tank. Whoopsie daisy. More connector rubbish. Large cargo containers don't really bother me too much. That doesn't bother me too much. Refineries, yeah. Let's pop this lot out now. We've got over 1,000 gold from our gold mine. That's some going. Our iron's coming down because we've been building. Nickel's at 26,000, that's all. No, it can't be. Could be. Shouldn't be. Magnesium's at 255, that's still low. Cobalt's alright. Silver's okay. Ice is now down below 3 million. Thank God. I think we've got enough cargo containers and space, so there's nothing to worry about there. It's nice to have that gold though. We might be able to get 2 jump drives. That'd be ironic, wouldn't it? I think we build 1 initially. We won't do it here, we'll do that in space. We can take the gold up there. Can anybody remember if I put in on our space asteroid base a full-time assembler? I think I did. If not, we'll have to modify that when we get there. Yes, I did. I put it next to the refinery, I remember now. Alright. So we can see that ice figure's going down quite happily as it fills up our hydrogen tank. There is another hydrogen tank to go. And I think there's plenty there to fill it. So we'll let that happily go as is. Awesome sauce. It's always interesting to see development of ideas. I try to have very, very small, simple ideas and then expand them. See how that goes. Whoopsie daisy, I bucketed that up. Auto, recharge. 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 There we go. Little yellow dots. I like yellow dots. Don't want those batteries being used on the base. Thank you. Now, we had this problem in Season 1, where adding batteries to the base flattens the base batteries. Well, we're going to come across that again, I think. But that's okay, we don't mind, do we? That's what the base batteries are for. Just need more batteries on the base than you do on your ships. That's one way of thinking about it. There's another way. That batteries are only meant to smooth things out. They're not there as a main power source. So I don't think it really matters too much. Just got some plate missing out of that one. Batteries going flat. It's fine. Absolutely fine if they go flat. What you don't want is your base to suffer from power down. And it's not going to. So, I'm happy. If your base is going continually flat, due to what you're doing whilst making a ship, then yeah, you're quite right, would need more batteries. But we can take a look at it now. Fully depleted in 37 minutes, but that's due to us making batteries on a ship and charging them up to full. I'll do 3 at a time, so this will be restored. Our current input is low for some reason. Actually, that's not too low. Check around for lightning damage as well. You see, we're not running the refineries at the moment. So the output of the base, power needs and requirements of the base is, well, half of what it normally needs. So this is a good time to pop batteries on. Really? I can't see any damage. No smoke. Turbines are alright. Ship looks okay over there. These ships look okay. Alright. We'll go with that. So the charging up on these batteries is fine. They're already up to 2. Will it flatten the base? Pff, probably. But I don't think it matters. Over time. Now that engine. Yeah. Thinking of just sticking a big one on the back. What do you think? How do we get the downwards one in? I mean, that's the obvious thing to do, but is it the correct thing to do? I mean, it's a big beastie. Comes down quite far. Right. Doesn't join though, does it? Each engine would only have a single point of contact. It does bury itself in the floor a little bit. It doesn't go there. It's plainly obvious when you look at it from that direction. It goes elsewhere. We'd have to go that way. Like that. That's not going through the floor. Is it me or is this tilting? No, it's just the angle that I'm looking at it from. That's more of a possibility. That'll fishtail out, won't it? I mean, that is a possibility. It also places conveyors here. Inventory full, huh? I'll take that back, thanks. Yeah. That's an interesting setup. You do realise that places the turrets on top. Right, I am also trying to kill myself by falling off things. Let's not do that. Thanks. What we have here is something a little bit more awkward. If I were to take out, say, that one. 4, 3, 7. Do something like that. Then we would also need to remove that as an exhaust point. Is that needed? Quit shipping half again. Oh god, yeah. I mean, if it all falls to pieces, that's fine. Is that needed? As a spare thruster, it'd be ever helpful. We should really have 2 of them. One of the interesting parts to this is on 4 again. No, it's on 3, 7. We can place engines like that. Because there's a massive gap here. We could use that port as well. And I can't see why we wouldn't. Yes, I can. Armour. So I can't use that port and I can't use that port. Do I need to use that one? Doubt it. I mean, we can put downwards thrusters anywhere we want. And we only need 2. Do we need that many? Not really. I think we can go with 1. Yeah, that goes to that level. Okay. So, what have we got so far? Ah, we haven't got the other direction facing, have we? That would go opposite this one. Is that a good place to put it? Or move it across one? Move it across one. Let's be awkward about it. Pop it in there. Just for now. Again, not the final positions. I'm trying to avoid using that slot. I want a turret on there. I want that to be a main assault cannon. Or something bigger. I don't know yet. I'm always trying to cut my ship in half. You know me. I'm just not always successful at doing it. Sideways. We've got 1. We would need another sideways one here. Again. It can't go really beside the hydrogen tank. It would have to come out to here somewhere. So we've got a 3-point, a 3-point. Goes here. I'm just calculating turret distances. Alright, let's try here. That's on 3, 7. I'm trying to bury them a little. You might realise that already. Actually works. Weird. So we've got 2. Large plus 1. Got 1 forwards. We need another 1 forwards. We have to off-centre it from that one. But I can't take it too close to the centre. I'm trying also not to put them next to a hydrogen tank. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let's get rid of some of this steel plate that I've got knocking on me. Thank you. There's a junction there. That isn't in use. Well, we're not hiding them too well down there at the back. Yeah, that's fine. But the spacing on them's quite good. That could be key to our survival. Is this starting to look okay? 2 forwards, 1 right, 2 right. There will be another left, right on there. That works, there's enough. Upwards. 1. We need a second upwards. Probably can place it in here. Got one there. Is this a good place to put an engine? Not really. But it makes more sense at this point here where it's fishtailing out. Alright, I'm just going to pop it in here for now. I don't think that's right. I'm thinking more like there's probably better, but that's got more distance on it. That's the correct number of engines, isn't it? Huh. What do we think? Is there enough engines there? Have I missed any? 2 in each direction. That doubles up when you do the other side to 4. And we've got spares for backwards and downwards. Sorry, forwards and downwards. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to think on it. I can grate that over, can't I? Yeah, we'll think about that. Oh look, the batteries are full. How's the base doing? Oh. Nah, it's not doing badly. It's fine. We've altered that. Damn it. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Yeah, there's 2 dots left on the base, it's fine. That's what I really wanted to know. Fully depleted in 3 days now, why would that be? Because we're making hydrogen. It's not going to take 3 days to make 50% hydrogen. Fine. That's looking good. That's looking absolutely okay. It's not the perfect solution, but it'll work out. It'll sort itself out in the end. Problem is, obviously, we have to do the other side. How does this work out then? Because obviously we need a roof on it. Alright, we'll leave the roof. Well, for now. Funnily enough, it's the O2 generators that are messing us up. Could always switch one off. Oh, I don't see the point in that. That's already up to 2 dots. Yeah. Don't think about it. We might be keeping that cargo container just for an access point, because that access point's on top, that access point's on top. This will give us internal. Okay. Alright, that bit works. This front end's going to be difficult to manufacture. Would be, wouldn't it? Okay. What I'm trying to avoid doing is putting sloping pieces in. I know I've put a couple in at the back here, but when it comes to shaping the ship, the slopes make it more difficult. Alright, do easy access. Okay. We'll build a couple of engines and see how we go, I think. There's multiple considerations going on at the moment. time and resources. And so I want to get on with things, but at the same time, I don't want to use up all my resources. Always awkward doing it this way. Yeah, they're happy. It's that hydrogen tank that's going to be the bigger problem. But now I know how to guard against running out of power once it's full. Excellent. I'm learning. I've learned something new. And this is taking a while. Alright. Hydrogen's working. Nice. I don't want to build the large ones just yet. We should really do something about covering these areas. Probably. Oh, lightning again. It's just not my day, is it? Oh well. I think we're going to title this series Lightning Strikes More Than Once. I love it. I love it all. Oh dear. So my thoughts on this build. It's a little bit too random. 159, okay. It's not looking bad though, that's the problem. Even though it's a little bit too random, it really doesn't look bad. The engine placements could be better. I think the batteries are in the correct place. The conveyor system is weak. Hydrogen tank is vulnerable. It's going to need quite a lot of improvements, isn't it? In your script, you're looking for gold or ingots. Ingots. Definitely ingots. Let's have a look. I'll show you. So, when we pass through each container, what we do is we look inside the current index, well, whatever it is on the for loop. So the owner, we have to find the container. We have to get to the container itself. Then we have to look at the inventory of the current container, and then we get the items from the contents. Now that get items, it should be a separate thing. Did I put it upwards, downwards? That's the public. I wish I hadn't have done that. Current contents, get items, contents, full inventory list, add range contents, yeah. Right, got you. So all we're doing is we're adding all the contents at that point. So we're creating in this for loop a full list of everything that is within the containers. Okay, so we're getting all the data. So it makes it easier to expand. This part where we create the string is where we count up what we want. So it's the create string that actually gives us a result. And we can try and detect the subtype of anything. So it's subtype ID. And we're putting that to a string. And we're detecting stone, iron, silicon, nickel, magnesium, cobalt, silver, gold, platinum, uranium and ice. You can put whatever you want in there, whatever you're interested in here. You don't need to modify this code to find other things. You modify this code here for your display to find whatever you want. Because all this is doing is making a string for output onto the LCD that we put up. So you put together your final output by going through all of this garbage, because this is on an index. So we've got a full inventory list index, and we just put it all together. It's pretty straightforward. So the variables from the top are here, and the variables from the top are used in here to create the final output. As you can see, it's just adding to itself. And of course that's just simple output to an LCD panel. Oh yeah, and there's a debug message I chucked in as well. Which comes out... Yeah, that's your debug message there on the right hand side. So yeah, it's all ingots. And that's how you detect them. Stone, iron, silicon, nickel, whatever. It will detect ore, because it can't differentiate between stone ore and stone ingots. Also, all stone is counted as gravel. So you have to be careful of the gravel score. So if you've got things in the refinery, or you have stuff waiting to be refined, it will be counted into this. So make sure your refineries aren't over flooded. Yeah, ore and ingots, yeah, that's right, absolutely. If you didn't ingot colon gold, then it would just count the ingot of the gold. Right. That's interesting. Have you any idea how to get past the gravel part? Ingot colon. I've got a subtype though. I'm using the subtype ID, so I'd have to use a different ID. I'd have to use the one above it. I'd have to go up one here. Because I don't know if ingot is a subtype. Yeah, it does. It gives you all the names when you whitelist, yeah. But I need to get this subtype ID to string. That's the problematic part here. So yeah, I'll look into that. That's a good idea. I'll see if ingot is a type of its own. But I'd need to look through the tree of types that are held as IDs to view whether an ingot can be separated off or not. Because when you put a colon in, what it does is it goes to a subtype ID. That's what the colon means in what you've placed there in chat. Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you. That puts through a couple of ideas there. My God, visibility's gone. Weather's closed in. This is lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's done it to me again on a thunderstorm. Oh well. I think the game's trying to tell me, hey, dude, stop. Stop doing this. No, it's not. It's trying to kill me. That's all. Alright, what time are we on? I think with it being another thunderstorm, we'll probably stop here then. But I'm going to let the thunderstorm roll through, so I'm going to wait around a bit after the stream and let that happen. Normally I don't do off-stream stuff, but I mean, third thunderstorm in a day. So I'll pop this up. Yeah. Some good ideas there. I'm going to look into that actually, whilst I'm waiting for this thunderstorm to roll past, and have a look at the ingot identity. Need to go buy a lottery ticket, yeah. Well, if you don't mind thunderstorms, get to mid-game and play around on planet Earth. I don't mind thunderstorms. I mean, that gives me time. I'm going to go and have another cup of coffee and watch it roll through. But at the same time, with this being a stream, I don't expect you lot to watch it as well. So I'm going to stop today. We're on a Friday, aren't we? Yeah, that's okay. There is stuff up on YouTube, obviously. If you look in the About section, there is a YouTube link there. Go and have a look at that stuff. There's always something there. Season 1's up there now. It's all fully finished. And Season 2, I'm just starting up today. We will be continuing tomorrow with Saturday's special, which is Hardcore. You really should go do some work. Okay, Shadman, I'll let you off. But Hardcore tomorrow, or sometime around midday. It'll probably be on time tomorrow. I know people sometimes don't like me starting early, but I want to play. That's what I like doing. Take care, peeps. And above all, please, please, please have fun.